All right, so today we're going to be looking at some mobile games.
Yep.
That'll hopefully give you a similar kind of feel to Fire Winterlands if you've been looking for something kind of similar.
Oh, yeah, tons of people out there looking for games like that. It's a pretty popular genre right now.
Yeah, for sure. So we got 10 games here, and we'll kind of run through each one, give you a bit of information
rundown
about each one. So first up, we have Lost Light Weapons Skin Treat. This is a free-to-play battle royale that came out back in November 2021.
Okay.
And it's a 3D shooter that kind of throws you right into the action. Now,
the name kind of gives away a little bit about it
yeah,
there.
the name is interesting, right?
Weapon Skin Treat.
Yeah, like what's the deal with that?
You know, a lot of these battle royale games, they really rely on loot and customization options.
Yeah.
To keep players engaged.
Yeah.
So if Lost Light can really deliver on deep weapon customization, that could be a really good way for it to stand out. Yeah, for sure.
All right, up next we got Super Mecha Champions. You start out with some like traditional weapons, but eventually you get to call down your own personalized metal beast. So like kind of like Titanfall, but on your phone.
Now I'm curious. Titanfall was known for like really smooth movement, and that can be pretty tricky to do on a touchscreen. I wonder how they handled that.
Yeah.
If it feels as good as using a controller.
All right, so next up, we've got Knives Out 7th Anniversary. This is one of 3 PUBG-like games from NetEase, and it's aiming to be like the most polished version out there. One of the big pluses with this one is that they have global and US servers.
Oh, nice.
Which is a big win for players outside of China.
Yeah, that's huge. It's interesting to see how much PUBG has influenced the mobile market.
Yeah.
You know, Knives Out is definitely trying to build on that success, but it's smart of them to focus on those dedicated servers. Remember Rules of Survival?
Oh, yeah.
It looked amazing.
Yeah.
But that lag was brutal.
Yeah, that lag was killer. So speaking of PUBG, the OG itself has finally come to mobile. PUBG Mobile.
The real deal.
But there's a catch. It's only on Chinese servers for now.
Ah, man, that's rough. Makes you wonder how it'll stack up against all these other PUBG-inspired games once it does get a wider release.
Yeah. Will people stick with what they know? Or will they jump ship for the original experience?
It's going to be interesting to see.
Yeah. I mean, if it's anything like the PC version, it should be pretty awesome. I mean, it's high-quality graphics, customizable controls, and they focus on cosmetics rather than, like, pay-to-win mechanics.
That's good to hear.
But that ping, though, that dreaded ping.
Yeah, it's the trade-off for now, unfortunately. But let's move on to something a little different. We've got Bloodstrike FPS for all. This one's a battle royale, but it throws in hero abilities.
Oh, nice.
Imagine launching missiles, activating shields, and using all these crazy powers.
Yeah, this one's cool. You earn in-game currency by taking down enemies and completing quests. And then you can use that money to buy loadouts that get airdropped right to you.
Oh, that's interesting.
No more scrambling for loot.
So there's like a whole in-game economy now. It adds a whole new layer of strategy.
Yeah.
It's not just about finding the best guns. You got to manage your resources too. Could really shake things up.
And sticking with hero shooters for a minute, we've got Farlight 84. This one's bringing the sci-fi flair. So we're talking cross-platform play, over-the-top vehicles, and super smooth movement thanks to jetpacks.
Wow.
It's like Apex Legends met Star Wars, and they had a baby with jetpack joyride.
Sounds pretty wild. Some players are going to love that kind of chaos.
Yeah.
But it might be a little overwhelming for others.
Yeah, true. But it's not just all about shooting and explosions. Each hero has their own unique abilities, like healing teammates, creating shields, or even messing with the enemy displays.
So there's still a focus on teamwork and strategy.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Sounds like they're trying to find that sweet spot between crazy action and tactical depth.
Plus, they've even got Bluetooth controller support, so if you prefer a more console-like experience, you can do that.
That's awesome. It's good to see more developers offering that kind of flexibility. Mobile gaming is getting more and more popular.
Yeah.
And they're recognizing that not everyone wants to play with touch controls.
For sure. Okay.
It's really cool to see how they're adapting games to mobile. And speaking of adapting, let's talk about Shadowgun Legends Online FPS. This one's a looter shooter. And it's got a crazy amount of weapons and armor. Like over 500 pieces.
Wow.
So you can really spend a lot of time fine-tuning your loadout. But here's the really interesting part. They have an open world menu.
Wait, what?
Yeah, you heard that right. You don't just stare at a static screen. You can actually walk around, interact with other players, show off your gear.
That's insane. So it's like a virtual hangout spot.
Exactly. It's such a cool way to blend the social aspect of online gaming
Yeah.
with like the traditional menu interface.
Yeah, it creates a sense of community,
Right.
even when you're not in a mission.
Speaking of missions, you can team up with other players for co-op missions. You can chat using in-game voice chat, or you can jump into some PvP battles. Sounds like they've got all the bases covered.
Yeah, it does. But there's one kind of big downside.
So,
The PvP mode apparently has a bit of a hacker problem.
oh man, that's a bummer. No one wants to deal with cheaters.
And even though they have a long campaign mode, it gets kind of repetitive. Like, the environments don't really impact the combat scenarios. All right, last but not least, we've got Battle Prime FPS gun shooting. This one's got your classic PvC modes like Team Deathmatch and Domination, but with a twist.
Ooh,
You get to choose from different specialist classes, each with their own unique ability.
like what kind of abilities?
Well, there's an armor boost, shock grenades, stuff like that.
So it's not just run and gun. There's some actual strategy involved.
Exactly.
You got to think about your class, your abilities, and how to use them effectively as a team.
And it's not all about twitch reflexes either. They're really emphasizing skill-based shooting.
So precision and accuracy are important.
Yeah, big time.
That's a nice change of pace from all those super fast-paced shooters out there.
And they didn't skimp on the graphics either. Like, the textures are high quality, the environments are detailed.
It's impressive what they can do on mobile these days.
Yeah, it really is.
Although they did mention the animations could be smoother.
Yeah, that's true. But hey, at least they're trying to push the limits, right?
Oh yeah, for sure. It's great to see developers innovating and trying to bring that console quality experience to mobile.
So there you have it. 10 games, kind of like Fire Winterlands, each one with its own little something special. We went from mech mayhem to strategic shooters. It's been a wild ride.
Yeah, it has. I don't know about you.
It's a great time to be a mobile gamer.
That's for sure.
So for all you listeners out there, what are you most excited about? What features or genres would you love to see in the future of mobile gaming?
Let us know in the comments. Who knows, maybe your ideas will inspire the next big hit.
That's right. And that's it for this deep dive into the world of mobile games. Happy gaming, everyone.